Welcome to another episode of JW Basketball. Today we're going to be working on a training technique that works on your ball handling during backwards movement. This first part of this technique that you must remember is that you want to keep your body as low as possible when you do this move, and you want to keep your opposite hand on the ground. In this example, I'm going to use my left hand to start off with, and I want to have my right hand dragging, or my right fingers dragging on the ground the whole time through when I make my move. This is going to force me to keep my body as low as possible, and my hand on the ground is going to force me to dribble the ball low all the way through. The most important key is to try to stay as low as possible and go as fast as possible when you do this drill. It's going to be very difficult at first because you're going to have to force your body, especially you taller players, to get in this crunch position and stay there. And as you're here, keep your body moving backwards without stopping. The lower you can do the drill, the faster you can do the drill is going to make you better in moving backwards and dribbling the ball at the same time. Let's try the drill in the key. Okay, whenever you're doing this drill, you want to use the example of the key or the line on the key to give you your guidelines of where you're going on the drill. I use this key right here to make sure that I'm going in a straight line all the way back when I'm doing my ball handling drill. I'm starting off with a straight line, but you want to do a couple different variables when you do the drill. You might want to zigzag a little bit, maybe zigzag here, zigzag backwards, pull through, just to make the drill as complicated as possible. Every different complicated drill that you do is going to give you more control in different situations in games. Alright, so it looks something like this. I'll start here. I want to try to give myself some speed when I start off with. So I get as low as possible. My opposite hand, which is the right hand, is touching the ground, and I want to stay low and keep my eyes up so I'm not looking at the ball. Maybe give yourself a time limit to get from the baseline to the free throw line when you make your move. So you might want to start off 3 seconds and then count down. All right, maybe 4 seconds, maybe 5 seconds, and then go all the way down. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So let's start with 4 seconds to start off with. Here. 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. Now I want to make a move out of my shot and hopefully make the basket if I can. Eventually, if you practice this move enough, then you'll get faster with doing the drill. You get more speed and you'll get more control dribbling the ball at lower points and being able to stop on a dime and hit a shot out of your backwards drill. Most likely you're not going to dribble with a straight line back in the game, but we just want to use this as an example to practice. Once you get used to the straight line, then you want to do different variables. Maybe straight back here, maybe in and out, backwards. Just a few different variables. After you finish your behind the back drill, you maybe want to do a jump shot or a combination move out of it. So first you start here, low as possible. Left hand starts, right hand is touching the ground the whole time through. I want to stay low, all the way through. I'm going to make my drill through. After I get to about the free throw line, then I want to make a move out of the drill and maybe take a jump shot out of it. So I work on my ball handling and shooting coming out of this awkward position backwards. Whenever you're practicing, just keep in mind that you want to do as many drills as possible that are awkward. Every dribbling drill, although some of them are basic, there's not going to be basic situations in games. Situations that you're going to run into that you're not used to facing are going to be situations that are going to become turnover prone because you're not used to handling the ball, controlling the ball with whatever happens. So you just want to do different types of drills that will help you control the ball in all those types of drills, or all those types of movements in games. You can never be a good enough ball handler or never have enough ball control. So there's always different drills you can use to work on those things. This drill is extremely helpful, especially for guards when you're dealing a full court press situation, and when teams full court press, they want to put pressure on you. You may have to go forward on a group and then push backwards to back up or make some type of other move to get out of that transition situation or that pressure situation. So this drill just helps you with different ball control motions. So if you ever get in a dilemma or you get in a situation in a game where there's a lot of defensive pressure, you can pull forward and pull backwards out of the move in a low stance, dribbling backwards. Just a couple details to keep in mind when you're doing these drills. You want to make sure that you emphasize your fingers staying on the ground. Everybody's a little bit different on their size and heights and how long their fingers are or how long their arms are. But if you can keep your fingertips on the ground, it would be a good indication that you're keeping your body low. When you're dribbling the ball, you want to try to dribble the ball on your fingertips and extend your hands out as much as possible. The more you can extend your hands out, the more control you're going to have on the ball. I'm using my fingertips and my wrist to control the ball. I'm not really slamming the ball here. When you go high dribbles, you're using your shoulders and your tricep and your forearm. When you go low dribbles, the control is usually from your fingertips and more of your wrist. Alright, so my low dribbles are here. When I dribble through, I want to try to dribble the ball on my fingertips the whole time, not necessarily my palm. Alright, the fingertips is where my control is going to come from. And I want to try to dribble the ball as low as possible. Give myself some speed on here. As I'm dribbling through, you're going to be able to push the ball backwards. If you get your hands a little bit in front of the ball and it's more like a scoop here, the scoop backwards is going to give you that movement back. So I'm pushing backwards here, all the way through. Low and fingertips. So just remember, when you're doing these drills, extend your hands out as much as possible. Try to dribble the ball with all 5 fingertips here. And keep the opposite hand on the ground as you're sliding backwards. And through. With all this in mind, let's work on a strenuous backwards ball handling drill that you can work on a consistent basis that'll make you a better ball handler. What we're going to do is we're going to go 3 drills to the left and 3 drills to the right, all in repetition in continuous order. So it looks something like this. You want to take a jump shot after each drill so you can work on your shooting aspect coming out of the drill itself. So it looks something like this. Those continuous drills, if you do them on a consistent basis, they will definitely help you become better when you're playing against real game competition.